Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. In just a bit, I'm off to check out the new film Kung Fu Panda 4. What is the plot of Kung Fu Panda 4? Well, now that Po has taken up the mantle of spiritual leader of Peace Valley, he has to find a new dragon warrior to protect the valley. And while he's doing it, well, bad guys show up and bad guys have to be defeated. So guys, honestly, this film looks like a lot of fun. I am a fan of the Kung Fu Panda series. They've been pretty solid. I've enjoyed them. So I'm honestly expecting the same thing. Solid animation, a lot of good jokes, some really well done action sequences. A lot of fun, basically. One of those just all around family fun kind of films. That's all I'm really expecting from this movie. Alright guys, well enough of me sitting here yammering. It is time for me to get out the door because I need to go see Kung Fu Panda 4. Just getting home, and you know what, guys? I really enjoyed this film. This movie was fun from beginning to end. Generally, when I do my reviews, I start with the negatives and then move into the positives, high notes, and all that jazz. But this time around, I got really nothing to say bad about this film. This was just an absolutely solid family film that I feel everyone of all ages would find some enjoyment out of. So let's get this started. Let's start with all the positives I have to say about this film and start with the animation. The animation for this movie is outstanding. I really enjoyed the style. Now, it is just the normal CGI models that you would find in previous films. However, it is still looking like they're pushing forward. Each one of these films' animation has gotten better. For instance, I noticed the fur looks outstanding. Like, really, when Po would move, the fur on his body would also kind of move with the winds and everything. It added such a more realistic element to the film. It was so cool. Very colorful, well-designed, great animation. There are moments when they do flashbacks and the animation changes its style just a little bit. It's not like one of those movies that go back and forth between 2D and 3D. This movie is very solid in the 3D. The animation just changes up a little bit, some different color palettes and all, just so you know that it's a flashback sequence. I liked it. It set things aside. It kind of let you know what was going on. The story of the film is great. Yes, it is your typical there's a bad guy, good guy has to stop it story, but what makes this movie's story so much better than most is its emotional core. The film is great. It delivers a very good message to both what I say children and adults. The message of the film is very simple. They use a peach pit to kind of use a metaphor throughout the film, saying, yeah, sure, this is just a chewed up old peach pit, but you know what? It still has the potential to become a tree. And I thought, what a great and powerful message for kids and adults alike. That no matter what, you always have potential to do something else with yourself. Do something better, different, bigger than what you're doing right now. And I thought that was an absolutely fantastic message. The voice acting is also great. Jack Black is back as Po and does an excellent job. Awkwafina plays his plucky sidekick and is also a welcome into this film franchise. And our villain, the villain of our story, played by Viola Davis, is outstanding. She was such a good villain. It was a breath of fresh air to see a villain that was just evil. evil for the sake of being evil. Man, bad things happen to her, so that means bad things have to happen to everybody else. And I liked that about the villain. Instead of going back and showing, oh, it's so tragic and so terrible, this is what made her so bad, they're just like, nah, she's always been just a rotten thing, a really rotten chameleon. She's an evil sorceress, and I liked it. It was nice to finally have some kind of just deadly villain at the center of the story. So yeah, guys, I would have to say, all in all, this is a very solid film. It's well made, well acted. The animation is solid. The comedy in the film, I forgot to mention that. It's solid. Again, it goes back to the same kind of comedy from the previous films. Really good slapstick, some great one-liners, lots of little jokes thrown in by Jack Black. Good stuff. Make you laugh. Good stuff for adults, good stuff for the kids. Lots of fun to be had. So yeah, guys, that's all I really have to say, to be perfectly honest. Just an absolutely solid family film that I think everyone is going to enjoy, especially right now with spring break coming. This is a great matinee movie. Gather the kids up in the old SUV, minivan, hybrid, whatever the hell, and just take them down to the old Cineplex, fill them full of candy and popcorn, and have a nice little afternoon. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.